Hello and welcome to the daily English news program on Azərbaycan Televiziya with the most important events of the day. I'm your host, Rövşən. President İlham signed an executive order on the measures in respect to the reconstruction of Neçala, Xol-Qaraqaşlı, Şorsulu, Həsənabad, Neftçala and Banke-Beştalı highway of Neftçala region. According to the executive order, 3,900,000 monas from the President's Reserve Fund are allocated for the reconstruction of the 10 kilometers long highway connecting four residential settlements with 38,000 inhabitants. Baku has long turned into a platform for discussing and searching the ways to resolve regional and global issues, and into the center for major international events. Following the war and the pandemic, our country is again stepping up in this status.
Azerbaijan, being the leader of the region due to its growing economic power, flexible policy and image of a reliable partner, acts as an active participant in international political relations and serves as a center of influence in the global agenda. The official Baku determining the map of the future development of the region after the Second Karabakh War with its initiatives, energy and transport approach and a political approach increases its role in the most important issues not only of the regional but also of the planetary scale. The fact that a country that has just emerged from the war hosts important international events with the official Baku retaining its functionality should also be interpreted as an indicator of Azerbaijan's strengths. Immediately after the war, Baku consistently holding international conferences dedicated to peace and cooperation in the South Caucasus, discussions with think tanks, gained support for its initiatives. It's already a tradition. We last met here last April and discussed many issues related to the post-conflict situation. Of course, the organization of these traditional meetings is very important for us, and I think for the international community, in order to better understand our plans, intentions, and review the work done. Recently, energy giants also gathered in Baku. Baku Energy Week has become an important event on a global scale in terms of discussing the energy agenda, prospects for strengthening the role of Azerbaijan in the energy security of Europe. I'm glad that our guests from all over the world have gathered here today. I hope that the discussions that will be held at the Oil and Gas Exhibition and the Baku Energy Week will strengthen the dialogue on such important issues as energy security and diversification of energy resources. These days, Baku hosted the largest regional technology festival. Aerospace and Technology Festival Technofest was held for the first time outside of Turkey and Azerbaijan. The festival was characterized as another indicator of cooperation between the two fraternal states, Azerbaijan and Turkey, in all areas, and the transition of our country to the most modern technologies. And finally, the Azerbaijani Grand Prix of Formula 1 that took place this weekend. This year's Grand Prix kicked off with the Bahrain Grand Prix on March 18th to 20th. Subsequent stages were held in Saudi Arabia, Australia, Italy, the United States, Spain and Monaco. And last week, world-famous pilots tested their race cars in the street of Baku. It should be noted that Azerbaijan hosts Formula 1 Grand Prix for the 6th time, and this Grand Prix attracts the attention of people who love high speeds and adrenaline, as well as the tourists to our country. As it is made evident, Azerbaijan in the post-pandemic and post-conflict periods continues to demonstrate leadership qualities in various fields.
Speaker of the National Council of Slovakia, Boris Koller, visited the Cabinet of Ministers. At the meeting with Prime Minister Ali Asadov, development of Azerbaijan-Slovakia relations in various directions was discussed. At the meeting, confidence was expressed that the visit of the Speaker of the National Council of Slovakia to our country will give impetus to deepening bilateral relations. At the same time, the significance of the visit of the parliamentary delegation led by Boris Koller to the cultural capital of Azerbaijan, Shusha, was emphasized. In this context, extensive information was provided on restoration and reconstruction works underway in the territories, villages and cities liberated from the occupation. It was noted that there are good opportunities for further development of investment cooperation between the two countries. In this regard, the importance of the Eilat Free Economic Zone was touched upon. It was noted that Slovakia can take advantage of the opportunities created here for foreign investors. The meeting also discussed prospects for expanding cooperation between the two countries in political, trade, economic, investment, energy, humanitarian and many other fields. A letter was sent to the UN Secretary General about the consequences of the Armenian occupation of Azerbaijan and the vandalism committed for over 30 years against the cultural heritage of Azerbaijan in Karabakh. The letter of the permanent representative of the Republic of Azerbaijan to the UN, Yashar Aliyev, emphasizes that Azerbaijan's cultural heritage sites have been insulted as a result of the Armenian occupation. Armenia is silent on numerous facts that clearly show its insinuations and the hateful policies that it has been pursuing against Azerbaijan for decades. The letter emphasizes that immediately after the end of the war, Azerbaijan declared the restoration and reconstruction of the liberated territories as its first priority. Even now, after the end of the war, Armenia continues to politicize the participation of humanitarian organizations. A Slovak parliamentary delegation led by Speaker of the National Council Boris Koller, who is on a visit to Azerbaijan, visited the Alley of Martyrs. The delegation paid tribute to Azerbaijani heroes who sacrificed their lives for the country's independence and sovereignty and laid their wreaths at the Eternal Flame monument. In his remarks to journalists, the guest one more time expressed support for the just position of Azerbaijan.
We know what invasion means. The territory of Karabakh belongs to internationally recognized borders of Azerbaijan. This territory was once invaded by military means and was regained by force recently. Any occupation violating international law is illegal, but we have to look into the future. The principle of territorial integrity for us is basic and vital principle. We support the inviolability of international law and internationally recognized borders. This is the principle we support at all levels, and we apply it to the territorial integrity of Azerbaijan as well.
107 more mines were found in the liberated territories from June 6 to 11th, 96 interpersonnel mines, 11 anti-tank mines, and 685 unexploded ordnance were found in Terter, Agdam, Füzuli, Shusha, Gubadli, Jabrayil, and Zengilan. 544 hectares of territory were cleared. In accordance with the combat training plan for 2022, training is being held in the Azerbaijan army to increase professionalism and improve the combat skills of snipers. During the exercise, the snipers fulfill tasks on selecting the firing positions at nighttime and in the daylight hours, detecting targets located at various distances and destroying them with an accurate fire in both individual and group order. That was all for today. Thank you for being with us and see you next time.